for a few minutes just to talk to you guys about how consistency is key. I know that you've been hearing this for years, but so many people have been hearing it and haven't been really taking it serious. So I'm about to get ready to take this protective style down. This is my first time wearing it up. These are mini twists, and I supposed to have left it up for only kept it up for about 3 weeks. Only 3 weeks, y'all. I do know my hair and I know what my hair can take. So when it comes to protective styling, by me having low density / low porosity hair, I've learned to only keep my hairstyle up for about 3 weeks. But it's pushing a month now. It's pushing 4 weeks. And the only reason why I have kept it up is because your girl said that she might as well keep it all the way up until it's time to go into 2020. Now, probably right after Christmas is when I will start taking these mini twists down. But I just wanted to show you what consistency does. This is the braid where I started the mini twist with the braid first. Let's see if I got this camera on me right. I'm in this light. Excuse my nails too. I'm in the process of getting these things off. I've been getting them back to back and it's time to take a break. So yeah, this right here is the braid right here. The rest of this is the twist. And let me show you guys what I've been using. It is the Revival Hair Serum. So somebody asked me under one of my DIY videos the other day, they asked me how often should they use it. And like I tell people on my DIY voiceovers, is that you should use it every day. It's so many people, hey Tessa, happy Christmas Eve. Yeah, I forgot to say happy. It is Christmas Eve. That's crazy. And then I was just saying how I'm going to take this protective style down after Christmas. Christmas tomorrow. I should have said I'm just going to take the protective style down tomorrow. But yes, happy Christmas Eve. I hope you've been doing well, girl. I be trying to get on here. I be trying to do my DIYs. I be trying to make the products. I be trying to figure out how and when am I going to open this store up to the public. So your girl be all over the place. But what your girl will never stop doing is that she will never stop, if that makes sense. Your girl will never stop. Okay? Yes, but I want to show people what consistency does, because in order for me to tell y'all about consistency, let's see. It's a mosquito in here. So yeah, I want to kill that mosquito. Okay, I'm doing too much. But anyway, so in order to show you guys or talk to you guys about consistency, then I must do it myself. Anybody that's making products and that's selling them, even if it's not a hair growth oil or if it's a hair growth oil, it could be hair growth oil or whatever that they choose to create and sell. Using it on themselves is a major thing. I know that some people have like short hairstyles and they created a hair care line for their kids, and majority of the time they have their kids at the forefront and showing how the product works on their kids' hair. But I want to show you guys how it works on my hair. Living in a small town, it's this one person that they sell hair growth products and they're not applying them. And all I want people to see is that I apply my products. This is consistency. And like I stated before, there are people out here that are wondering what is consistency. And like I state on many of my videos, that to me, consistency is every day. Now, the question is, am I saying every day forever? No, I'm not. When I say every day, meaning that look at how I've been wearing this protective style for almost 4 weeks now. And I call myself putting it up this time because I want to make it look a little better, because all the gray hair is graying all over. Thank you, Carolyn, or Caroline. Thank you so much. But the gray hair is all over the place. And it's a lot of times, I'm going to be honest with you, even though I encourage you guys, I have to continue to encourage myself too. And when I say encourage myself, meaning that when I look at Hideous Hot Mess after the protective style has like grown old, or the gray started graying and things like that, I'm like, okay, Tasha, come on, we got to pick this up. We got to pick this up. Put on some makeup, but you need to keep this protective style up, and you need to use the product every day. Thank you, Victoria. So that's why I say, when people ask me what is consistency or how often should they use it, like I said, the answer is every day, but capital B-U-T, while you're wearing a protective style or while you are going on that hair growth journey. So some people don't go on a hair growth journey all of their life or all of their years. It sometimes become a period and a point in time in their life to where they get sick and tired of the predicament and position or whatever that their hair has came to. So we all know somebody who hair used to be, the curls used to be beautiful. The hair used to be long. When they was in the first grade, their hair was long, thick, and beautiful. And then their mama put a perm in their hair, and their hair ain't been right ever since then. Well, I personally do not believe in that. And what I'm meaning by that is, I'm not saying that their hair didn't used to be a certain way. When I say I don't believe in that, meaning that I don't believe that they supposed to settle with that. Because we do know that chemicals and different products and things like that has changed our hair when it comes down to textures and all types of things. Just like with this hair follicle serum, this was specifically made for people with thin areas in their hair, either the edges, either the roots. They remember when their hair used to be thick. They remember when they used to have a lot of volume. Okay, E-Man, Castle Wall. So that's another thing too. When you say hair thins from an autoimmune disease and a hormone imbalance, because okay, and thyroids too. You do have people that have underlying issues and underlying conditions that takes their hair to a different state, and it usually be a state to where they're not comfortable with, they're not happy with it. But at the same time, that's why I get on my platform and I still encourage people. I tell people to still go, keep going, keep going. Like whatever your situation is and you know that your hair is thinning, still do things. Hello, Park Ash, I think. Hello. So you do, like I said, have people that has underlying conditions and issues, but at the same time, like if you know that your hair used to be a certain way, but it's something that is going on that's fighting against it, that's just like taking care of your health. If this condition is affecting your health and you have to take medication for that, right? You know that the medications fights against our hair. So you can, now I don't know because I don't take any medication. You know, I am 48, girl, real close to 50 years old. And I count my blessings, but I'm not going to sit here and act like I just don't, have empathy for people. I know that I may not be making sense, but I used to braid hair for almost 30 years. I remember people sitting in my chair that took blood pressure medication, diabetes medication, and when I was doing the hair, because I was the type of braider to where if I see a flaw, if I see something going on, your hair is a little thinner than it used to be, I'm going to tell you, because I made sure that I created and maintained a good name for myself. Because here in this small town, they don't care nothing about you. They want you to take their edges out. So I've always been known to not take people's edges out. I've always been known to care for people's hair. even to the point to where when I came out with Heavenly Hair and Skincare products back in 2018, that is when I started applying them to my clients' hair as well. But I've always been the type of person where I would tell them, look, your hair is thinning, and blah, 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 this and that. And some of them have went to other braiders and got their edges snatched out and things like that. And I was so passionate about other people's hair to where even people tried to throw shade on my name or put out rumors and lies saying that I get mad when people go to other braiders and stuff like that. And that wasn't true. I just always will be bothered by them coming back to me after they allowed another stylist to damage and destroy their hair. And really, if you want to look at it, it's really a good thing. I know that they was like, she get mad, and I don't get mad. I don't even care like that. But I care if you keep coming in my chair after you allow somebody else to tear your hair to pieces. But yeah, they put that rumor out on me. But I just would tell people, look, you tried to go the cheaper way out, and then look at what happened. You right back in my chair, and just look at this. Look at this hair. Just look at it. People will go any and everywhere, do all different type of things to their hair, themselves, or whatever, and then turn around and want you to fix the issue when you didn't even have to do all that you did. But that's a whole different subject. Back to the health issues and conditions and things like that. Medicine does affect your hair. Your overall health does affect your hair. But that doesn't have to be all she wrote. That doesn't have to be all that he wrote. Because I did learn by braiding people's hair for almost 30 years that I had some clients that said that they're going to go back to their doctor and get them to prescribe them a different medication. That's when I realized, oh, they make different. Okay. All right. Different medication. Okay. Now, some may not be as strong as the next. Some people may need a stronger dose of medicine. I'm not sure. I don't know. Please forgive me if it seemed like, I'm trying to, say things that I don't know what I'm talking about, or if I'm judging. All I'm trying to tell people is that consistency still is key. It's still key. And when I say consistency, meaning that you have to use the product every day. I know that it's been so many people that have been telling you to use the product every 3 to 5 days. That's not for everybody. And the reason why I say it's not for everybody, because some people have some dormant follicles. Some people have some dead follicles. Some people have some major issues to where they need the product to be applied every day. So their roots, so their scalp, their follicles can get the signal. Oh, she's not playing with me this time. She's not playing. And that's why I use this every single day until I take this protective style down. Because yes, it does fill in the edges. Yes, it does help thicken thin roots that used to be thick back in the days, or whenever, mama didn't put a perm in your hair. But it does grow hair still. It still grows hair. And so that's why I used it like that. I used it every day, and I'm still using it. I just used it last night. Whenever I'm on live and I'm showing you guys how to apply things, just know that I've already applied it, because I'm not playing. I know that you can keep your hair in the anagen phase a little while longer. I don't have a WhatsApp number. But yeah, I know that it will work if you work it. I've been knowing for 7 whole years that you can keep your hair in the anagen phase a little while longer. Hello, and thank you, Halko. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so you can keep your hair in the anagen phase a little while longer. It's possible, y'all. I know that people have been telling you to only use their products from 3 to 5 times a week. But what about the people whose hair is stubborn? What about the people whose hair has been through major, major trauma? Like, thank you, Chad. Thank you. And hello. Yeah, what about the people who has been through major, major trauma? Like, you telling me that they only supposed to use it 3 to 5 times when you just don't realize that while you are wearing a protective style, or while you are going through this hair growth journey, because like I said, to some people it's only a certain period of time to where they're trying to grow their hair. Like some people, they like to lose weight before the summertime, so they take the winter time. Thank you so much, Tessa. Yes. Because a lot of people think that it's strange. They're like, who is she? Who to tell me to use my product every single day? Don't she know it costs money? That's why I teach people to DIY so you can do them yourself. And not only that, I teach people to be able to put one product with the next product that complements one another, because it's going to target a certain area. And my past DIY videos have been about dormant follicles, even though I have this right here, because I make sure that every last thing in here, make sure that it complements each other all the way down to the carrier oils, the essential oils, the Ayurvedic herbs, and the I think I said it already. Yeah, I think I said the Ayurvedic herbs, the oils, and things like that. I make sure that they all complement one another, because when you use it every single day, like I said, you could have used it for 29 days, because everybody here is different. I'm not here to discourage you, but there's so many people that's telling you that you can grow your hair overnight. Your hair is supposed to grow overnight, and then not only that, you'll see somebody else who got a week result, 1 week results. I'm showing you guys my hair. This was my hair in the length after 3 weeks. Remember also that you have to learn your hair. My hair grows at different rates in different areas of my hair, just like my hair texture is different as far as the density and the porosity in different areas of my hair. My curls back here are semi-loose. My curls in the front are super, super loose. When I say it's so loose to where you would think that I have a relaxer, but it's no way possible that I could have a relaxer after big chopping and cutting all of that off back in 2017. So I had to learn that. I said, oh, the devil is a liar. I'm not going to sit up here and keep cutting my hair when I'm not putting no heat on my hair like that, and I haven't used chemicals in I don't know how long. So that's when I had to learn. Tasha, girl, what's wrong with you? Every time your hair grows, it is growing out straight in the front. In the middle, them coils is tight. And then at the bottom, they are semi-loose, as you can see right here. And this is somewhere like the front of my hair. The curls don't quite curl all the way over. I have to like scrunch. I'm not sure what you're saying, Eugene, but hello. Sometimes when I'm really trying to get a real nice wash and go, I will kind of scrunch on it a little bit in the front. I don't use like those diffusers, nothing against it. I may do it one day. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But right now, I don't even have time for like diffusers and things like that. I've even cut back on wash and goes, because what I learned when it come down to wash and goes, that's something that I used to use, well, wear all the time. Okay, so hello, E-Man. Well, when it comes down to that, a certain percentage of me, I will agree with you, because I do know that not everybody, okay, but some do not nurture, and some do not care for their hair. Some of them don't value their hair. Some of them, or some of us, over process our hair. Some of us, we take our hair down when we are in a hurry. Sometimes we take our hair down, or we do something to our hair when we are stressed and upset, whatever the situation may be. But yes, it is. It's putting a lot of stress on the hair. Just think of when you take a brush. And I'm guilty of this. What I'm meaning by this is I do not like a soft brush. I love a hard brush. The bristles, I like them to be hard, okay? But I don't use a brush often. But you have people that uses brushes all the time, and all they're doing is brushing real hard, real hard. When I say they're hard, you can see how hard they brushing their hair up, right? Or you can see how hard they brushing their hair back. You telling me that a lot of those strokes when they are brushing is not popping? Hear me when I tell you that we shed from 50 to 100 strands a day. Okay? But you can't tell me that when you are using certain tools in your hair and you are like abusing the tool or abusing your hair with the tool, that you are not ripping and popping. You're ripping and popping your hair out. That's just like even with taking a protective style down, taking braids down, things like that. When you take your box braids down, you have to take your time. You have to gently take your finger. If you don't have the time, then don't get the box braids. Like, or whatever protective style that you choose. But I tell people on my DIYs all the time, E-Man, that, you know, you, not you as a person, but people have to stop taking their hair down when they're stressed, when they're in a hurry, when they're mad. Like, literally. It's places that I've had to go in the past few weeks to where, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm like, oh my goodness. Sometimes these mini twisters don't be going with what I, you know, with certain clothes that I want to wear or have to wear or whatever for a certain place that I need to go or whatever, right? And then I remember, okay, when I pulled my hair up, because for the first couple of weeks, I did not put, let me show y'all, this is my bottle of the Moisture Milk, so please don't talk about my bottle. Okay, I'm not getting one of those bottles, although I can show it to you real quick, but I'm not going to get one of these bottles when I can simply keep using my old bottle because it's still the same. I just showed y'all the tonic. What in the world? Lord. Okay, so I'm going to get 2 of them, okay? I'm going to keep using my Moisture Milk that looks a hideous hot mess because inside it's not a hideous hot mess. It's the bottle. Okay, I create these labels myself. These are glossy labels. This is one of the glossy papers right here. Okay, but it does wear when you're using it, you know, all the time. As you can tell, I use my product. Look how I look. I use my products. Even on the Revival Hair Serum, you can see the stains and stuff on it. I use my stuff, okay? But this is how the milk look when it hasn't been shaken up. And this one you could tell been shaken up recently. That's why it don't look just like this one. But like I tell people all the time, this should remind you of the Cream of Nature argan oil leave-in conditioner spray. Excuse the train, I'm telling you, it's just right there. Like, I can look out this window and see it. I'm so sorry, y'all. But all you have to do is just shake it up. That's all you have to do is just shake it up. When you shake it up, it turns back into a milk. It turns back into a milky consistency. The reason why this has a milky consistency already is because I used it last night. Remember that consistency is key, y'all. Please, when I tell you, we will, when I say we, meaning that small business owners or people who create hair products, you will have a certain percentage to say, yes, this works, okay? And then you will still have a small percentage to say, it didn't work for me. I tried, you know, Baskin Lather. I tried The Main Attraction. I tried, you know, Heavenly Hair and Skincare, and I've tried whoever else, and nothing seems to work. But did you use it consistently, or did you let somebody tell you that their definition of consistency? Did you let them tell you to use it 3 to 5 times instead of you using it every single day until you start seeing results? I'm going to use Heavenly Hair and Skincare products for an example. Most of the time I keep a sale. It's a sale right now. This bottle, which is not the original bottle, the original bottle is the big bottle up there. I only put mine in this bottle so I won't use the 4-ounce bottles. Only me. So I'm sorry if I'm confusing anybody, just in case, somebody probably be like, well, how's that a sale? Or how you supposed to use this every single day and you barely get anything in it. I promise y'all, I use this every single day, y'all. And I only use I use about 2.5 drops. So I just open it up. This is how much come in this one. And I will just put it in certain areas of my hair, because remember that oil travels, right? When you are applying the oil to your hair, it is best to use a leave-in conditioner liquid spray. So I use the Moisture Milk to help open up my cuticles. But let me show y'all this bottle. I'm gonna get all three. Y'all, this is the real deal. Like I stated many times in my other lives, this is the big mama. This is the big daddy, okay? This is what I originally started out making them looking like this, because I wanted to be a little holiday-ish, yeah, I wanted to be a little cutesy, whoopsie. And so I wanted to make some holiday labels. But in the beginning, it was called the Follicle Thickening Revival Serum. But I wanted to start going live on TikTok, although I'm still struggling with that because I have multiple channels. And for some reason, like every time I will put my LLC in, whenever I will put my EIN, all of that in, because I've had that for several years, it still keep connecting me to my old store, in which I kept getting violations. But I'm not the only one that kept getting violations. It's other big time creators and big businesses or small businesses that turn into big businesses that end up getting violations too, because it's certain things that you can say on TikTok, just like probably here on YouTube as well, and it's certain things that you cannot say. That's why I never get on here making people think that this is some type of medication or it's a, blah, 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 whatever. No, that's not this. But, okay, Tessa, yes. So, and it's on sale. That's why I've been trying to tell people. I'm like, shoot, you got a sale going on. Like, this is how I do sales, Tessa, or whoever else, I look at the regular price, and although I get regular price stuff, but whenever I so happen to run up on the sale, because I don't sit and wait on the sale, and I know you don't either, but if I so happen to run up on the sale, what I do is whatever the regular price was, if the sale is a good certain amount, I will end up getting two to match the price that it would have already been for one. Or if it still end up being cheaper than the original one, then I add another one. I go ahead and add another one on there. It just depends. But I'm not telling nobody to add anything, y'all. I'm just saying, relating to you, Tessa, because you just like me. I love a good sale. Understanding. Yes, Elizabeth, Jesus is love. Yes, he is. And hello. So, like I said, that used to be the name, until TikTok kept saying that they couldn't read the ingredients, and they was acting like all of this was too much, the Follicle Thickening Revival Serum. But the reason why I named it that in the beginning, y'all, is because I wanted people to see that it's a difference. So whenever they go on the Heavenly Hair and Skincare website, they say, okay, follicle thickening revive. Okay, so you telling me that it is reviving my follicles. You telling me that when my hair used to be thick, but now it's thin and I don't know what else to do. You telling me that this will help thicken my hair back up. Whatever used to be can be again. Know that. Whatever they used to be can be again. Let's use weight. I know some people are like, oh, here we go, weight. I promise you, I just love using it as an example because it's so true. When it comes to weight, what is that? Okay. When it comes to weight, y'all, you know that if it's a certain weight that you used to be, y'all, I used to be skinty. I have 4 kids. I didn't end up getting a belly until after my third child turned 3 years old. And I always like to tell the story because I'm like, why? When she ended up being the third child, and why when she ended up turning 3 is when I got this belly. But before then, you couldn't tell I had kids. They're like, girl, you got 3 kids? Yes. Okay. And I used to wear the nice little sweaters and the nice jeans when no, trashes, Lord forgive me. Did I say that out loud? Oh, and your girl's stomach was flat. You know what I'm saying? So I would wear those nice, pretty sweaters, and it would be like the crop top, and they weren't all the way up here, but you know what I'm saying? It did the little belly button, and back then, I can't say that now. But I do know this right here. If I want to get back a little bit skinty, just a little skinny, just a little, okay. My husband said he liked the way I am, though. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I don't be liking the way I am. And that matters as well. Because 2 years ago, your girl got a little skinty. But then I ain't gonna lie, my face looked better, fuller, so that's a different subject, but I use that as an example because if I want to drop off a couple of more, just a smidget bit of pounds, then I have to put in the work, okay? I have to put in the work. And not only that, I can't be watching the next person. Me just sitting up watching the next person just like this ain't gonna get me no skinnier than I am already. So that's why I tell people about the consistency. The consistency have been told for so many years that you use a product 3 to 5 times and then you ain't got nothing to worry about. That's a lie. Some people do have to worry. Some people just could only use their product 3 to 5 times. That's all they need. But then somebody else needs every day. Every day. Y'all, I use my stuff every day. I've been using it every day for years. But do I use it every single day 365 times out of the week? No. No, what I'm saying is that I have a hair goal. Remember, a licensed stylist ripped one of my locks out. The only way I was able to start seeing results and then my hair ended up being like this, but the rest of it was getting longer and longer and longer, is because I used the product every single day and I seen a good difference within a month. But the only reason why I fought tooth and nail and I apply my product every single day is because I knew that I didn't want to be walking around with just a fuzz. Or I didn't want it to just, do what it want to do. I made it do what it's supposed to do. You can make your hair obey. It's just going to take some work. It's going to take some time. But I promise y'all, I guarantee y'all hear me when I tell you that if you do it and don't think about it, it'll be here before you even know it. It will be here. Y'all, I'm telling you, it's crazy because when I apply this on my scalp, but I wet it first, I spray this first. For the first 2 weeks, like I said, I was not putting it on my ends because I wanted my ends to be straight. I wanted to just see the lint, lint. Okay, lint. I wanted to see the lint. But I knew that I need to moisturize my ends. So that's when I started doing it afterwards. And that's when my ends and the rest of my hair was showing its curly form. But I was putting the moisture milk from here to here. I just wasn't putting it down here on the tips, y'all. Now I do. And that is how I'm able to wear this little curly, little flavored style, and that's how I've been able to go ahead and keep this up just for a little while longer. I promise y'all, I didn't do this on purpose. They just start sliding out because I put the scrunchie up and I don't even have it twisted twice. And usually I would do it if I'm wearing my hair in a back ponytail. But consistency is key, y'all. Not only that, I can't even talk. Not only that, because I told y'all I'm not going to make this video long because I want to be able to edit it because it take all night, y'all. It take hours to edit these long videos. And that's why some people that are not on my live don't get to see, come on the live once it's already aired and be able to see it until hours later. Sometimes it be the next day. But let me show you what else that I have. This is one of Heavenly Hair and Skincare products that have been in the bag, been in the drafts, the archives. This is the the lavender and lemon grass soap bar, which is used for the hair but can also be used for the body, y'all. So when before I end up not deactivating, but temporarily closing my Shopify website down, I say like a year before that, I was going hard at promoting and steady bringing my shampoo bars to the forefront. I also do skin care bars as far as facial wise as well. That's why I ask you guys to bear with me. All I'm doing is just bringing things that I've been had back to the forefront. Not only that, but another one, and that is the full beard activating drops for the men. If y'all notice that I try to keep the colors a little royalty, you know, look royalty colors, okay? I don't know why I'm showing y'all my little dirty bottle. Let me show y'all them. See the royalty colors? Okay? But this is the real size, y'all. This is on sale right now for $15 on my website. I figured out why I wasn't able to tag my products just yet, y'all. I forgot that you got to go deep down into the YouTube trenches and all of this and that in order to get your products tagged while you are live, during your live. But fret not, because just know that the link will be in the description area once this video is done and edited. But also just know that I'm not sure what I'll be bringing back to the forefront. Will it be this 2-ounce bottle, or would it be a 4-ounce bottle for the men? Y'all, I'm telling you, this stuff smells amazing. Oh my goodness. It has like, I forgot, it's the teak wood, you know, teak wood smell, kind of like a little smoky smell. You have so many men beard oil that smell just like rosemary. And hear me when I tell you, rosemary is that girl, rosemary is that guy, rosemary is that thing, okay? But Heavenly Hair skincare products always catered into different smells, because you have to remember that what's in the bottle is dynamic. And not only that, speaking of that, y'all, you do have Heavenly's Growth Oil, you do have Heavenly's Growth Serum, and you do have Heavenly's Growth Elixir. Okay, this is for low density / low porosity. This is for medium density / medium porosity, and this is for high density / high porosity, meaning that all three of them, every last one of them, grows your hair. Every last one of them grows your hair. It's without a shadow of a doubt. But if you know that you have very, very thin hair, and you know your hair can't take nothing but a light, thin like oil, then you get the Heavenly's Growth Oil. Okay? But if you know that you are allergic to coconut oil, this product is the only product that I sell that has coconut oil in it. Everything else don't have coconut oil in it. Don't have coconut oil in it, okay? So if you still have like thin / low density hair or whatever, and you are allergic to coconut oil, then you get the Stimulating Growth Serum, which the consistency is thin / medium consistency. So it's still not too heavy for your hair. This right here smells more like a lavender, peppermint / rosemary type of essential oil smell, but the smell does smell good, y'all. This one right here has a more fruity smell, okay? Because you have to understand that you can put fragrances in your oils and it still give you a powerful effect when it comes down to hair growth, because it is full of Ayurvedic herbs and the most potent and rich carrier oils that there is. When it comes down to the elixir is thick. It's thick, okay? So that is for the people with high density / high porosity, the people that hair drinks up oil. But that doesn't mean that if your hair, but that doesn't mean that you can't get that. I just put the different porosities on there so people can be able to choose if they are stuck on density and if they are stuck on porosity. But I have so many people that loves the growth elixir because it smells like bergamot and lemongrass. I love it. I love the smell. I love the smell. Every last one of them. Every last one of them. But like I said, that is for the people who have real I'm gonna say hello first. Fila, Gail, something. But I don't know if you're trying to be funny or not, but I never said that I'm a doctor. Anyway, so that is what the different oils over here is for. It is for hair growth that caters to your porosity, meaning that if you are stuck on porosity, you say, I can't use nothing but low porosity, I can't use nothing but low porosity products, then you have the hair growth oil. But if I'm allergic to coconut oil, then you have the stimulating growth serum. All I'm just saying is that they all grow your hair. They all grow your hair, but all of them are filled with different carrier oils and different Ayurvedic herbs, except for every last one of them have fenugreek seeds in it. Every last one of them have fenugreek seeds in it, okay? When it comes down to these two right here, these are two different formulas. Y'all, I can't help that when you buy certain oils, they turn around and when you formulate them together, they end up being a certain color. I can't stop that. This right here has a more green tint / yellow tint sometimes, depending on the manufacturer where I buy the oil at. Hello, love always. Depending on the manufacturer where I buy the oil at, I'm only going to buy from a different manufacturer if the one manufacturer that I've been dealing with ran out of oils. But you best believe I've already dealt with them before, and that I'm still going to use good quality oils. But they're going to show up different. Just like when it comes down to the growth grease, y'all. Sometimes you're going to get like it'll never be almost white, but it will be like a dark yellow sometimes with a slight greenish tint. You gonna just, but shea butter is the base. Oh my goodness, y'all. Yeah. And not just talking about the oils, but with this right here, if you don't really like oils and you don't do oils, when you rub this in your hand, when you take it and you rub it together, it turns into a oil, y'all. Not only that, remember I was just talking about what I'm bringing from the back to the forefront, because like I said, Heavenly has been out ever since 2018. Ever since 2018. But since I'm in my store now, I'm slowly bringing things back to the forefront. I have the Moringa hair grease right now that I will also be bringing back to the forefront. So you have the regular stimulating growth pomade / growth grease, and then you have the Moringa growth grease. But you best believe everything that Heavenly Hair and Skincare Products make, it is going to grow your hair. Everything in it is going to be filled with multiple Ayurvedic herbs. When it comes all the way from the growth tonics, which is a growth spray / here go one right here, which is a growth spray / hair strengthener and a detangler spray. I know that it confused a lot of people. It's this, and this. Yes. Yes. Do you have to use it for every one of them? No. If your hair is not shedding, or if your ends are not, brittle and it's strengthened already, then use it for your roots as a hair growth spray. If you don't want hair growth, but you are taking down this style, or you just simply want to detangle your hair before shampooing it, then apply this. Yes, I have shampoo as well. Love always. I do. Let me show you. So this is the stimulating growth shampoo. Like I said, ever since 2018, I've been formulating products. And every now and then I will bring back limited editions when it comes down to shampoos. So I've had many different ones. I'm gonna put it on my what do you call it? My public post. My iCloud somehow ate all my photos. Yeah. Somebody told me to take my photos over to iCloud because they know that I keep thousands and thousands of photos and videos in my phone. And I know that's not good, y'all. But I also know it's not good that I sent my stuff over to iCloud and all of a sudden all my stuff is gone. Thank God that I at least have one picture of where the licensed stylist ripped one of my locks out. And I'm showing how I did not big chop. I did not big chop. All I did was use Heavenly's products. And this is the stimulating growth conditioner. But the only reason why I brought up the different shampoos and different conditioners, because when I have time, I will be bringing those limited editions back to the forefront. But this is a shampoo bar. This is the lavender and lemongrass. So all you have to do is you just wet your hair and then you just rub it. You just rub the shampoo all over your hair. When it comes down to soap bars, most of the time they are very, very, very lathering, so you don't have to use much. I wish I could use it as an example, but I don't feel like shampooing my hair just yet because I do want to keep my hairstyle up until after tomorrow. Because, man, Christmas is tomorrow. That's crazy. Christmas is tomorrow, y'all. But like I said, I will be putting, once this live has ended, I will be putting the lavender and lemongrass soap bars back on the website. They just been in the, I will be putting them back to the forefront. They just been in the back, y'all. They've just been in the back. When it comes down to the beard oil, been in the back. It's just that I had to come out with different labels because my labels used to be a different color. And that was, oh my goodness, making your own labels too. Yeah, I don't even have to speak on that. But like I said, y'all, consistency is key. I end up being on here a little bit longer than usual, but because I didn't have plans on being on here no more than like 20 to 30 minutes. But remember, consistency is key, y'all. Consistency is key. This is what, and please, like I said in the beginning of this video, I am in the process of taking my nails off, y'all. I've been getting them back to back for about 8 months. It's time to take a break. Time to take a break. So that's another thing too. When you are taking your hair down, make sure that whenever you are messing with your hair, that your nails need clipped, if they need clipped, buffed, filed, or whatever, because if your nails do anything like how my real nails do, they end to snag. I always get like a split in my nails, and sometimes it'd be a split all the way over into my nail bed. Please be sure that before you go to messing with your hair, that you take care of that first when it comes down to your nails. Y'all, it's so many things that can give us hair setbacks that is crazy. And somebody could be like, you gotta do all this, you gotta do all that, you gotta do that. Hear me when I tell you, no matter what people used to do back in the days, times has changed, situations has changed. It's stuff floating in the air now that wasn't even floating in the air years ago that's getting in our hair. So we have to take the necessary steps. Remember I was speaking about the wash and goes earlier? I had to let them wash and goes go. I was wearing them back to back, but what I had realized is that, wait a minute, my ends be thin all the time. But in order for my ends to thicken up, number one, I must clip them and allow them to be even and more fuller. So that's my name under the live, Tasha Deshawn. But hey, so yeah, I used to be the type I used to run from scissors. I didn't believe in clipping your ends. Yes, me. I did not believe in clipping your ends. But a lot of it came from licensed stylists too, because all they've done is did horrible things to my hair. I have multiple horror stories that is crazy, and you have some people, oh my goodness, you have so many people that have grown their own hair with their own hands, y'all. and then one day wanted to spoil themselves, or one day just wanted to go and get a professional cut when they knew that their hair was long enough to do this right here. And they've been doing it. And then boom, they come back with some real short hair. Some people could say, well, maybe they needed it because their ends were split and No, let's be honest. It's a lot of hairstylists out here that just don't want to see people with long hair. You have to go to somebody who has full, healthy hair, or if they have short hair, they got short hair by choice and not by force. I know here in my hometown that a lot of people that have their licenses is because their hair license is because they have a photographic memory. They did not want to go to beauty school. Some of the stylists around here are bullies, and they bullied this one person into getting her license. Told her if she keep on doing quick weaves and wigs and stuff, that they gonna call state board if she don't get her license and work in their shop. That girl was scared, and that girl ended up getting a license. Well, all she wanted to do is just put wigs on people's hair. And did I say that you don't need a license? I'm not saying that you don't need one. But what I'm saying is that she went into that thing out of fear or in fear. And her only goal was to do her. She wasn't trying to study the follicles. She wasn't trying to study the anagen, and keratin phases of the hair. She was not trying to do that. And that's why she is the one that ripped one of my locks out, because she was braiding my locks down. And when she was braiding this one down, she ended up braiding the second one and connected it up, and then braiding and connecting it once she got to the middle. Because with my hair, by my hair being more finer in the back and the curls are semi-loose, that means that my hair is a little bit more fragile. So, I didn't even know that piece was out. So, I know what happened. I'm not even mad at her. The only problem that I had with her is that she should have told me. She should have never been afraid, because she's been knowing me for years. She could have said, oops, I'm so sorry. And guess what I would have said? I promise y'all. Hear me what I would have told her. I would have said, it's okay. I know how my hair is in the back. My hair is to where you can see it's very like fine textured. But my hair didn't used to be thick in the back. And I wanted to go back. My hair didn't used to be thick in the back, and I wanted to go back from thin to thick, because it used to be thick. No. I know my hair, and I know that when she reached, because she was a little heavy-handed. But if she would have told me, I don't know if she was afraid that she was going to, get anything. I don't know. But she shouldn't have never thought like that, because I've been braiding people's hair for years. And I know that people's hair snap, crackle, and pop. I had so many people that had dry and damaged hair that it's crazy. And I would feel their hair, and I would tell them, your hair is brittle. Thank you, Tashana. And girl, I just be throwing up some. One of my daughters, no, not one of my daughters, 3 of my daughters, they real good at that makeup. They do the contouring, and they make it look like, they make the nose look small. I don't know how to do none of that. I just take some L'Oreal makeup, and I put it on my little sponge, and I dab like this, and then I rub it in. They say, you're supposed to dab, I don't dab, I rub it in. I fill in my eyebrows, and I just do the arch, and then I put the little, I know you ain't asked for this, but I'm just telling you anyway. And then I take some, I just started back wearing blush after so many years. I think I'm gonna start back wearing the eyeshadow again too. I used to do all that on this channel back in 2010, y'all. I used to call myself thinking that I was gonna end up being a makeup guru, and then all of that ended tragically because of somebody else letting your left hand know what your right hand doing. But yeah, so I just throw this little stuff together. I put a little blush, and I do this, and then here it is. But thank you so much, Grateful One. Thank you so much. But like I said, y'all, consistency is key. Please stop letting people tell you to use their products or your products or whatever products, whoever. Even the DIY, stop letting people tell you to use it 3 to 5 times. Use it every day. Use it every day while you're wearing a protective style. When you are done with that protective style, then stop using it every day. Stop using. But if you know that you are on a hair growth journey, you know that you are have a hair goal that you are trying to reach. If you know that you are trying to thicken up your thin, sparse hair that used to be thick back in the days, then use it every day until you see it, till you see it. Because what you're doing is you're making your hair obey. Oh my goodness. Y'all gonna learn one day if you ain't listening to me right now. Back in 2017, when I had the Florida Evans afro and my hair wasn't growing. If it were growing, it was growing very, very slow. That is when I said, this can't be. This can't be. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you, Tyra, Aaliyah. Hey, welcome from South Africa. Okay. But yes, I had told myself something. Hello, Ashley Fryer. I told myself something. This can't be. This is just how I talk, y'all. I'm telling you. So I'm not gonna get over here and say talk different. I'm like, I know you lying. You think that I'm finna sit up here and keep walking around with this little teeny weeny baby, little ugly afro that growing real slow, and every time a month passed, it seemed like it's shrinking. It don't even seem like it's getting bigger. It seems like it's shrinking. And one thing that I've learned way back when I started formulating, y'all, is that when it come down to afro, and I knew this back then, but my afro was not doing this, y'all. So my little teeny weeny afro, or afro period. Hello, Maurice. Okay, you making your own pizza? Okay. So yeah, you know, when it comes down, hello, Merry Christmas Eve. When it comes down to hair, if you do the big chop, if you do the teeny weeny afro, it's gonna be small like this, and it's gonna come out like this, and it's gonna come out like this, and then it's gonna come out like this, then like this, and then like this, and then like this, and then like this, and then like this. It's gonna keep on coming out, and then it's gonna drop. I know you lying. The devil is a liar, ruins. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. You are blocked. Happy holidays, Maurice. I don't know, Merry Christmas. Everybody don't know who Jimi Hendrix is. I mean, I know who Jimi Hendrix is, but I'm just saying everybody don't know. But yeah, so that fro is going to be froing for a long time before it drops. Okay, but my fro wasn't even froing. After 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, you know, it's still just sitting there just looking ugly. And I got tired of it, and that's when I put my foot down. And I said, something got to give, and that's when I started formulating, and I figured out and learned on my own that you can keep your hair in the energy phase a little while longer. You can make your hair do what it's already supposed to do. You can make your hair do what it already supposed to do. Come on, y'all. Come on. And that's just the back of my hair. The back of my hair grows at a faster rate than the rest of my hair, but this is still new growth, y'all. This is still new growth. And that's another reason why I haven't taken it down either, because when it comes to hairstyles, to me, I love when hairstyles get old. To me, I love it. It looks good to me, you know. And as a matter of fact, because y'all saying, you look cute, you look cute, I ain't gonna look cute when I take this down. But let me show y'all real quick what I usually would do. So I would take the Moisture Milk, which is a hair growth spray and a moisturizing and conditioning spray for your hair strands and your roots. So when I tell you guys every day, even though I use my oil every day, if you are buying the product, then just know that when you lubricate with a hair growth spray, you are softening up your roots and you are opening up your pores, which is the pathway to hair growth, right? So I just spray the moisture milk, and then I make sure I massage it in. I get around the edges. And then remember that for those of you that have already purchased the moisture milk, shake it up, y'all. I'm telling you. Do not be afraid that the ingredients separate. Haven't nobody ever been afraid of the Cream of Nature argan oil leave-in conditioner spray that have been separating for years. I promise y'all, I do my studying and I do my homework. And I do this so I can be able to tell you guys what is this and what is that. So after several years, I went to the store, picked up the Cream of Nature bottle and turned around in the back, y'all. Why it's still separated? The liquid is still separated. And I guess they ain't never had no complaints, because that's one product that did well as far as feeling amazing for my hair, but I didn't know what was in it. You have to remember that certain not certain products, a lot of products are filled with different chemicals, different alcohols, because there are different alcohols. It's not just one alcohol, but it's different alcohols. And I just spray up and down. Remember, whatever area that I'm not getting, it's going to spread, y'all. It's going to spread. And when you use a liquid moisturizing / liquid conditioning spray, and you use a growth oil, you don't have to use as much growth oil. And it's going to help that oil spread. When oil is an oil, regardless, it's going to run. It's going to run down, but it's going to help it more with as far as being able to spread all over your hair and be able to penetrate through your strands. It is the open / pathway to help boost your hair growth. And I love, hear me y'all, I love spraying it. When I tell you I love, and I know that I have to create these DIYs. I do have another Heavenly channel, which is called Heavenly Hair and Skincare, that I talked to you guys about it about probably 4 lives ago when I did a live a while back. But I'm trying to figure out how to convert over to that. I'm still going to be creating my DIYs on this channel. But I just want Heavenly to get full credit for things that it deserves to get full credit for, y'all. And when it comes down to my DIYs, you notice that I only make a tiny itty bitty bottle of the DIY product, just so you guys can see that this is what gets the full credit. I only apply on the videos just to you guys who can't afford Heavenly. When I be having these deals, everybody can afford it. But for people who have a busy life and a busy schedule with their kids, family, husband, and things like that, or the ones who travel all the time, whoever, you know, they not travel all the time. But y'all know what I'm saying. The ones who don't have certain herbs in their small town local stores. They don't have an Indian store or whatever, right? I created, I make these products for people like that just want to go ahead and do a quick order. They don't have time to buy all of those ingredients. And even though I try to make my DIYs to like 2 to 3 to 4 products, I try not to make it to where it's expensive. It still can be expensive to people, regardless of what, y'all. You know, and not only that, when people create DIYs, who want herbs all over their house unless they are making them and creating them for their whole family, or unless they are creating them for themselves as far as business-wise and to sell. But also know this too. That's why I tell people about the measurement part, because there's so many people that be like, what's the measurements? What's the measurement? You ain't da-da-da-da-da. And I'm sitting back like, slow your roll. Slow your roll, because thing is, measurements on my end when I create a DIY do not matter. It's still going to work. But I'm more about doing my measurements the correct way and formulating the correct way when it comes down to Heavenly's products. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I never give you a DIY if I'm gonna sit up here and give you measurements to where it's for a batch. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell people, if you know you got thick hair, and you know, or you know you got thin hair, and you see that I'm using a teaspoon or a tablespoon of this and that or whatever, if you want to add a little more, simply add a little more. If you seen me drop 6 drops in my DIY video, but I messed around and I said I did 7 because I could have sworn it was 7. But instead of tussling and arguing with me in the comment section, you know what I'm saying, do 6 or 7. It's not gonna hurt it if you either do 6 or if you do 7 of the drops, y'all. When it come down to like essential oils and things like that. But I create those DIYs, like I said, to help people. I'm just getting this stuff everywhere, but I'm trying to make sure that I'm showing you guys what I do every day. Woo, I ain't gonna lie. This feels amazing. I love, hear me, I love applying products. And somebody probably like, you only saying that because you make them and you blah 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 blah. I promise y'all, there's so many people that make products and they sell them. They don't even use them on themselves, or they don't use them faithfully. And not only that, if I was buying somebody else's products and I wasn't making my own, I promise you, I would do it faithfully and I would love it because I get excited. But this is the Revival Hair Serum. Let me show y'all. I only use like 2.5 majority of the time. Sometimes I go to showing out. But remember, I already have the hair growth spray, which is a moisturizing and conditioning spray as well. It has already opened up the pathway for my cuticles in order to receive the growth oil. And I say 2.5, that really be 3. And I make sure that I get my edges. And then I go somewhere back here in the back again. And I will massage it in, because a lot of people don't realize either. Oh my goodness, massaging. Man, if you're watching Netflix and you are chilling, massage your roots. What harm is it going to do? I promise you, you'll start seeing better and faster results than what you've been seeing. Massage it. Make sure you get those edges. Now, when wearing a protective style, what I would usually do is I would still shampoo my hair. And so when it comes down to mini twisters, the reason why I installed them small like this is because my hair unravels very quickly and very easily. But I haven't did a shampoo since wearing this protective style. And usually whenever you see me creating a DIY, you'll see me, especially when I create a hair growth shampoo DIY, I will put it in my hair while wearing the protective style. But with these twists, I'm waiting to take these down. Now, I'm going to put another set in my hair probably right after this. And whenever I do, Lord, I pray that I be able to do a video with applying the shampoo to my hair. And I just make sure that I get those ends. Now, back in July, I did cut a lot of my hair because I'm trying to get it as even as possible. I never expect 100% even hair. I don't see nobody with no 100% even hair. Even if you want to get technical, you have people with different races. Hair could be down to their ankles, but somewhere right here, they edges are not the same length. Okay? And then I just flip this up. It's not going to look the way it looked at first because it is wet. But I just take the scrunchie And once it's dry, it will end up kind of like the curls and stuff will end up tightening up, and then I can have it like a little bit more better like it was in the beginning. But yeah, so like I said, you have to learn your hair. You have to learn your hair. Not only that, people been telling you consistency has been 4 to 5 times out of a week. Not your consistency. Not you that is struggling very bad. Not you. You need more than 4 to 5 times. You need every day. Like, how is my new growth so far from my roots? These braids and slide because I don't have weave in my hair. This is nothing connected. I used to be a braider for almost 30 years. Now, we could possibly blame it on sliding if it was weave attached, and all the time it don't even be slippage then. You know what I'm saying? You just have to get credit where credit is due. And sometimes what we have to stop doing is being in doubt. We have to have faith. Size of a mustard seed, man. I'm telling you, if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, you can move mountains. Like, you can make your hair obey you. Your hair is going to be stubborn. Your hair going to say, she needs to shut up talking to me. She ain't finna get me to do right by her. Because she been doing wrong and been doing bad by me forever. You think I'm finna do right by her? And it's still possible, because you can woo your hair, you can love on your hair, you can nurture your hair, you can do all the things that you used to do. That's the opposite. The opposite of what you used to do. You used to just sit up here and just snatch your hair, and you used to do this and that. You used to pull on your hair, like manipulate your hair strands. You used to get these tight braids all the time. You used to always get these wigs and make sure that they are frontals instead of the 5x5s or the headband wigs, because you think that's ugly. You can make whatever you want to be. Like, y'all really think that I like them headband wigs? That one, I only got one. That one headband wig is ugly. Tatiana wear that thing all the time. But one day I ain't had no other choice. And I put that thing on and I made it do what it was supposed to do. And that was to make me look cute. So it's no excuse, y'all. It's no excuse, y'all. I'm telling you, it's no excuse. I didn't know this whole time it's been comments. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Wally. You was a little offended. Thank you so much, Annalise. Thank you so much. And Merry Christmas to you too. Thanks, Merry Christmas. Thank you, love. Love always. It hasn't all the time been like this. Hello, Dark Moon. It hasn't always been like this, and that's why I tell people, hear me. There's no way I can make up how damaged. It's no way I can make up how damaged my hair was. And it's still bits and pieces. Please hear me when I tell you, it's still pieces and parts of my hair that needs nurtured. And they are still being nurtured, but they need more nurturing. Let me see if I can find it. The back of my hair get more credit than the rest of my hair, because I know I've been knowing for years that it grow faster. But that don't stop me from applying it to the rest of my hair. And that's why I showed you guys that I put this all over my head. And massaging is key too, y'all. Length retention, meaning that you take care of these ends. Tuck these ends if it's possible. Y'all, my photos are gone. When I say gone, gone, gone. And I try not to get real bothered by it. I talk about it and then I just leave it alone. But I know I'm trying to see if it's one in my photos without having to excuse me, without pulling up my TikTok. Like I said, consistency is key, y'all. Length retention. Everybody can't go around just wearing their hair on their shoulders and expecting their ends not to split. This right here. I kept all of that, y'all. I kept all of that for a certain period of time. And then I kept applying Heavenly's growth products. Kept applying. And then when I grow an inch or two, I will cut an inch or two. It's just like when I take this down. Before I take this down, I'm going to examine my ends. And if I see like one or two strings that's stringing a little bit too much, I'm clipping it. Y'all, I used to be so afraid. I used to be so afraid of cutting my hair. Like that right there. That right there. I'm cutting that. Because talking. Okay. I'm trying to get my hair as even as I can at the ends. When I had locks, before I was forced to comb them out, 2 of them were growing together. I promise y'all, I just knew I was going to keep my locks in forever. I promise y'all I thought I was. I never had plans on combing them out. But when she ripped one of my locks out and forced me to comb them out, those 2 locks that grew together, I ended up cutting one of them. That's how you know I never had plans on taking them things down. Well, that allowed my hair to be so short and messed up in the front. And now my hair is down here. Somewhere down here, that front messed up part. The rest of my hair is here and that front is somewhere here. I'm going to keep on growing it and keep on growing it and keep on growing it. And then one day when I feel when it has made it to right here and the rest of my hair has made it down here, then I will keep going up. I'm going to do whatever is necessary. Whatever is necessary. But what I'm not going to do is play with my hair. I know that my hair can obey me. If I continue to keep doing the same thing over and over and not giving up. You know how some people say, you know, that's a form of, is it crazy or delusional when you do the same thing over and over and then you expect different results? That's different when it comes down to hair. You don't apply these products for 29 days and on the 29th day you want to stop and didn't even realize on the 30th day is when your hair was going to start coming out and sprouting because it had to heal first. Your scalp had to heal. But you just didn't want to wait. You didn't want to keep going until the 30th day when you was going to start seeing the fuzz start sprouting out and things like that. But it will work if you work it. I don't think that I got finished talking about these bottles, but like I said, TikTok made me change from this right here, which used to be the follicle thickening revival serum. And I tried to just put it in the bottle that I was originally going to put them in after the holidays, right? TikTok said, okay? Same. But TikTok said, Couldn't read the labels, and I guess couldn't read the labels. It is in gold. So that's when I was forced to change the name to the Revival Hair Serum. Remember in my last live, I was telling you guys that the reason why I have the sale right now is so I can get rid of old labels. So whenever you get it, some of you that I just shipped out some of your products yesterday, some of you are going to get it with this right here. I promise you, same thing, same ingredients, same exact thing. As a matter of fact, I know I can't pick all 3 of these up. Same ingredients, different labels. Some of you, you're going to get it with it saying this right here, because the label's already on there. I'm not going to get rid of these bottles and I'm not going to get rid of these labels. You're just going to get it at a discount. And really, it's the same formula, so y'all don't understand how much of a deal y'all getting, because it didn't have to. I could have just kept the same price. Nothing changed but the label. not the ingredients, not the power in the bottle, not the power, the power. Yeah. So now it's this right here. When I sell out of that, you guys will get it looking like that. When you get the moisture milk, yours that's on its way, and the ones that's already came that I shipped out a few days ago, you're going to get it with this same formula though, right? Later, when the sale go off, this is how it will be looking. And the same thing when it comes to the tonic, the shampoos, and the conditioner, things like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this live. Like I said, if you didn't get anything else out of it, then just know that consistency to majority of you, or to some of you, means every single day until you see the results. You gotta put in the work. If you are trying to grow a plant, then you have to nurture it, you have to water it. If you are trying to lose weight or even gain weight, I remember when I used to try to gain weight and people told me when I was in my early 30s, girl, you better stop. I think I was in my late 20s. It was like, just be patient, it's coming. It's coming. And it came, it has arrived. It arrived so many years ago. But if I want to get rid of some of the pounds, I've done it before, then I had to discipline myself. And I had to do it until I seen the change. Same thing with our hair. You have to apply it to your scalp every day. Every day. What you laughing at? Tells me to do it. What part? Because you already know. You already know I am a character and a clown. You know, I wouldn't be me if I couldn't be on here being myself. But anyways, y'all, like I said, I just love to have fun. I love to, you know, not only am I going to talk about you, I'm going to talk about me. Y'all, to know me is to love me. But hear me when I tell you that I'm not going to tell you anything that I'm not doing myself, and I'm not going to tell you anything or have you do anything that's going to harm you. It's going to help you in the long run. Okay, the way came. It came. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Now, I got to figure out how to get it to lead. Ain't no figuring that. I already know how. Let me stop, because I'm kind of okay with my weight. It's just the belly. It's the belly. But if the belly, because it's hard to get rid of the belly, the rest of it gonna leave before the belly leaves. So I think I'm just gonna be comfortable and content. Yeah. But yeah, y'all. So I'll put my glasses on again. So I will be going ahead and ending this live, and I will be adding the lavender and lemongrass soap that has been in the background for some time, and it is a shampoo bar, y'all. So you can shampoo with it, or you can use it as a body soap. You can use it as a body soap. Everything in it is made as a body soap and a hair growth shampoo. Yes, hair growth shampoo. But I will have it on there as a hair growth shampoo, y'all. And like I said, I would have did a demonstration, but your girl don't plan on taking these down right now. And then I want to be able to pre-poo my hair first before shampooing it anyways. So yeah, sorry y'all. And this is Heavenly Stimulating Growth Shampoo. And this right here is filled with Ayurvedic herbs and different hair growth ingredients, moisturizing and conditioning liquids as well. What did I say? What else I had? The full beard activating drops is what I'll be bringing back from the back up to the front once this live is over. This live ended up being longer than I always do this stuff. I always do this. But let me show y'all this before I let y'all go, since I have been holding on to y'all. I'll get it right quick. All right, y'all. This is the Moringa growth grease right here. It haven't completely solidified yet. These are the little samples I had left over. Well, a little bit I had left over that I put in little samples. It's not all the way to the top. So I will be using these. But what I'm gonna start doing on some of my orders is whenever I make batches of things, whatever is left over, I will start putting in smaller containers. When I was bringing this back to the forefront, I couldn't find those smaller containers. I'm not gonna put it in this. This is still considered big, y'all. So if I do make them out of samples, I will let's see. I will add them and pour them into the little bitty ones so you can try for yourself. But yeah, y'all. Also, I will be bringing back out the Moringa. What do you call it? The dang. The cream sealer as far as putting it on your hair strands, because a lot of people don't know that Moringa all by itself is very, very powerful, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I've shown y'all a video of me using the Moringa for the shampoo and conditioner on one of my DIY videos. And when I did that silk press, y'all, my hair was so strong. I don't even say strong, but my hair was so strong, slash strong, y'all, to where it was amazing. Very, very amazing. And I was sitting back like, oh my goodness, I need to pour that grease and that hair cream back out. But I think I'm just going to make it a separate line. I got to figure out how to make certain things its own sections, because I've been on Shopify for years, but I never went deep into it and started like categorizing, certain things. And that's what I need to do, because a lot of people, they go on the website and some people have like a one-track mind. Would you mind getting blocked, Raheem? I'm pretty sure that you don't mind. Okay. So, yeah, what was I saying? I haven't just sat back no matter how long I've been on the Shopify. I've just been putting the products up there. But I do know that when some people go into the website, their mind, either they can have a one-track mind, or their mind can be a little bit overstimulated and be like, okay, oh my goodness, I don't know what to look for, basically. So if I characterize it, that will help out a little bit more, to where they could be like, oh, okay, she did say that, she have this over here. Okay, so this go up under this category and blah, 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 So, yeah, that's coming, y'all. I say a lot of things is coming. I know that I'm only one person and I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying my best. But just know this right here. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop teaching you guys these DIYs. And I'm not going to stop, putting these products to the forefront, to where you can see a tremendous difference in your hair. Thank you so much, Tessa, for coming on here and talking about your hair condition, and then saying what Heavenly Hair and Skincare products have done for your hair and the DIYs. But also, when I do these DIYs, most of the time you see me creating hair growth sprays, because that's mainly what I only have time to do. Just know that when you can just easily go on the Heavenly's website, and you can take that DIY hair growth spray and you can put it with the Revival Hair Serum, especially if you know that that DIY spray is helping with targeting dormant slash dead follicles. You can put that together and you can be like, okay, all right, it did that. Yeah, that's what y'all can do. That's exactly what y'all can do. And not only that, you can just simply not even order from the website, but you can just sit and wait on the DIYs. you know, or you can go to previous and past DIYs. I did mention that I was gonna bring the leave-in conditioner back to the forefront. Y'all, my mixer broke. Just when I was on live and I told y'all I was gonna do it, my mixer broke. And it's this certain mixer that I want on Amazon. I don't want to get it from Walmart, but then every time I wait, I forget about it again. I actually forgot about it before telling y'all. I need to just get a mixer, you know. But when I get that mixer, that's when I'll be bringing the leave-in conditioner, not the leave-in conditioner, Lord, the deep conditioner to the forefront, y'all. But all I ask y'all to do is bear with me. I really appreciate each and every one of y'all that have been watching the videos, the DIYs, the watching through the commercials too, y'all. You know, that really is important as well. For clicking the like button, for commenting underneath, for subscribing. You know, I really appreciate you guys for watching my live, all the way up to the ones who accidentally fall into the live, and then when they realize it's not what they were looking for, they fall back out. I still appreciate them too, you know. But also, I just appreciate you guys who have been using Heavenly Hair and skincare products. And I always say skincare is a skincare line too. But I really appreciate you guys as well, because you know what Heavenly does. And Heavenly haven't gotten as much credit as it should have, but that's my fault because I didn't have it on all platforms. I'm just now bringing it to YouTube. I only had it on Facebook, and that was under my last page that I deactivated. Once I deactivated that page, that's when the business um page had to close down, because my regular channel was the admin, you know. Hello Dion, and happy early Christmas. Yes, so that is why Heavenly Hair and skincare products end up disappearing off of Facebook. And then when it come down to TikTok, I'm so tired of TikTok, y'all. TikTok made me change the labels, and then look at them, they still haven't approved. It's still connected to one of my old web channel, website, whatever you call it. It's still connected. I don't know how to unconnect it, y'all. But at the same time, bump them. Bump them, because I got y'all. Y'all show up. You know what I'm saying? And y'all listen. And a lot of you have been using these products from the DIYs all the way up to Heavenly Hair and skincare products, and you have been seeing your hair transform amazingly. You have been applying it. You have been consistent. You know, it's so many of you that comment under my DIYs and say, I've never been told, or it's never been broke down like this. I appreciate y'all for listening, because I'm not like the rest of them. The rest of them telling you to use it every 3 to 4 times. Because this thing right here, well, I don't want to tell them every day, because they going to think that I'm just trying to get over on them, and I'm trying to get them, make them buy my products. And I don't want them thinking I'm a shyster and this and that. I don't care. I'm going to tell you use it every day because you're supposed to use it every day. A lot of your hair needs to be disciplined in a loving way. A lot of your hair need to know that you are not playing with it. That's why I create the DIYs, because you don't, so you won't think that I'm just trying to make you buy Heavenly. Like, the DIYs that I'm creating, use them every day. And stop letting these other creators tell you to use these harsh, drying herbs that are wonderful and that will grow the mess out of your hair. That is what it's made for. But only if you are using it the right way. Keep making that rosemary spray with just rosemary and water. Just because you see a little fuzz or you see a little lint, keep spraying it on your ends. Your end's going to eventually break. And you're going to be right back at square one. But instead of using it, add a moisturizing and a conditioning liquid like aloe vera juice or rose water, or aloe vera juice and rose water. Many of you know that I am crazy about rose water. I'm crazy about aloe vera juice too, but rose water is first on my list. But you best believe that any DIY growth spray that I create is going to either have one or the other or both. Right now, I haven't been able to get the rose water and be able to create DIYs with it. I've been only getting the rose water and putting it in Heavenly's products because they've been tripping when it come down to the pricing. You know, them doggone me tariffs. So that's why, I mean, don't get me wrong, the aloe vera juice have gotten, there you go. The aloe vera juice have prices have went up tremendously as well, but you get a lot of it. When it comes down to the rose water, and especially the good rose water, the rose water that's real rose water, you ain't gonna get much. If you do get much, you spending an arm and a leg. But if you are creating a DIY and you know that you are not formulating and making products, then get your rose water and put it in your sprays. Your hair gonna thank you. It's not gonna drop. It's not gonna get brittle. So many of y'all scalps are sensitive, so sensitive to where it almost makes no sense. So why are you adding herbs and water and you steeping it in a pot on the stove, pouring it in a spray bottle and spraying it on your hair and really thinking that you are doing something good for your hair when you are actually ruining it? I don't care if it don't break off in the very beginning. It's gonna break off. I can guarantee you it is. Just like these people that use rice water by itself. That's why I teach y'all how to make rice water differently. It's possible to get growth. Remember, them people that using straight rice water ain't coming back and telling you that they got protein overload and that their hair start breaking, that their hair had turned like noodles and things like that. They're not telling y'all. You don't need a lot. A little bit of rice. Just a little bit of rice water. Thank you so much, Dion. I appreciate that. Like I say, I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna keep showing up. You know what I'm saying? No matter how small the crowd is, you know, like I said, some people just not used to hearing apply every day. Some people be like, she just out of her rabbit mind. She don't know what she's saying. Yes, I do. I ain't gonna tell you nothing that I'm not doing myself. But what I will continue to do, Dion, is I'll continue to show up. And while I'm showing up, I'm going to keep saying the same thing, and the same thing until people finally get it. You know, I know that when it comes down to a community, you number one have to build a community, and not only that, but number two, you have to build trust. You have to be a trust. That's why I purposely temporarily closed Heavenly hair and skincare products down for 5 months, because I wanted to bring the DIYs to the forefront so people can see that I just want your hair to grow. When people start trusting that, that's when I start getting a lot of subscribers. That's when more and more people start watching me. When I start telling people about these liquid moisturizers and conditioners, these moisturizing and conditioning liquids that you add in your DIYs, that's when I start getting more traction from people because they never heard it before. And I'm gonna start getting more traction, you best believe it, because I'm gonna speak it. I'm gonna start getting more traction when it come down to applying grow products to your hair every single day and making your hair obey. I'm gonna start getting traction, and a lot of it from there too. And people gonna finally start seeing that I'm only telling them what I know is true. Only what I know is true. And like I said, some people still gonna be a little sarcastic. Every day? You telling me every day for the rest of my life? Because people just love to be extra. You know what I'm saying? I have a protective style up that I chose to leave in for going on 4 weeks, when 3 weeks was actually my limit, because I know my hair and I know what my hair can take. But at the same time, I wanted to show people that I use this every single day, and look at the benefit from it. Look at the benefit from using it every single day, doing the protective style though. So if I'm going on the protective style, like when I take this down, I may immediately put another protective style right back up. If not, it's times I went like over 2 weeks without wearing a protective style. And when I went over the 2 weeks without wearing a protective style, then I wasn't applying the products every single day. Just saying, 1 and 1 still makes 2. So for those that be like, every day, every day while you are trying to get what you are looking for, every day while you wearing that protective style. When you done with the protective style, if you're trying to grow 1 inch to the next, then every day. If you are trying to fight against them dead and those dormant follicles and you want to revive it, then every day until you start seeing it, until you get your breakthrough, every day. Boost it by applying the growth sprays. Let me show y'all the pretty ones instead of showing y'all the ugly ones. Show y'all mine is the ugly one. The growth sprays. Both of them are growth spray. What's the difference, you ask? This is a strengthener and a detangler in the hair growth spray. This is a moisturizing and leave-in conditioning spray and a hair growth spray. But every day. And spray it on your scalp to open up the pathways, and it's already a hair growth spray alone, but to open up the pathway for the growth oil to help boost and to keep your hair in the energy phase just a little while longer. So yeah, I've been on here for 101 minutes, and I've been said I was gonna leave y'all, but y'all know how I don't be want to leave. I don't be want to leave y'all, but I got to go. But all right, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Man, I hope this video is able to go straight up. It takes hours when the video takes a long time. I mean, when I've created a long video. One day though, one day I will make a 20-minute to a 30-minute video, and then I'll eventually see how quick that one shows up. But like I said, you got the beard oil that's about to be pulled back to the forefront. If you've already got some of the other oils, I promise you, you'll be able to see that this is a total different oil. The carrier oils tend to look alike. They tend to look alike. If you are allergic to coconut oil, then just know that the growth oil is the only one that has coconut oil in it. And the moisture milk, that's as far as oil wise. The moisture milk and the stimulating growth shampoo and the stimulating growth conditioner has coconut milk in it. But you have an option under the shampoo and conditioner if you want to choose the one that does not have coconut milk in it. One day I'll come up with a solution that the moisture milk won't have coconut milk in it. But it's not fully 100% coconut milk because, as you know, coconut milk is thick. This isn't. Yeah. Hello, Softer Side. Happy holidays to you too. So like I said, y'all, consistency is key. Whatever product you're using, if you buy products from somebody else, or if you create your own products, if you're watching my DIYs, or if you are ordering from Heavenly, remember that consistency is key. Your hair has been stubborn for years. Your hair said that you are a liar. Your hair has said that you are not about to get it to treat you right after all these years you've been treating it badly. But it's your hair. And it's there. I don't care if it's thin, thick, 1 string, or 100. Make your hair obey you by keeping it in the anagen phase. Make your hair do what your hair used to do. Apply the shampoos once a week for about a month or a month and a half until your hair starts doing what it's supposed to do, what it used to do. It's possible. It is possible, y'all. But all right, y'all, because I keep going and going and going and going and going. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a great Christmas Eve, because it's only 3:41 here. I hope you guys have an amazing Christmas. I hope you guys have an amazing Christmas. Hear me when I tell you. But remember that it's not about you. It's about others. It's not just about giving these kids these Christmas gifts either. These kids has been blessed 364 days. I'm talking about these kids who already have and they always have. Give them a gift. Give them a gift. Give them what they give it. But remember the ones that don't have. Remember the kids that Christmas is just another day. Remember the families and the people who just want a hot meal. And that would be the best Christmas gift ever for them. You don't have to go out here and just be running the streets and, this and that, but just be a blessing. Even if you have a little extra to give somebody a coat or gloves or earmuffs or a hat. Christmas is about giving. So don't just think about the ones that you are close to and the ones that you love, but think about the less fortunate. Think about those widows. Think about those elderly people who don't have no other family members to do anything for them. Think about the people who lost their loved ones recently during this month, who feel like Christmas and any other day of the year will never be the same anymore. Think it ain't just all about money, but think about them and ask God, what can you do to be a blessing to them? Because you got to remember, one day you're going to be in your casket and people are going to be standing over you. And you want not somebody, but somebody's to be able to say good things about you. You want to be remembered, because I'm telling you, people, boy, when they leave this earth, it's so easily to be forgotten. So easily to be forgotten. But whenever they are thinking about you, you want them to be able to remember you and say, I remember when so-and-so used to do this right here, and can't nobody do it like them. Man, they used to pull people together, or they used to, go out and give, and they may not have much, because you got to remember also that you can't pour from an empty cup. But a lot of y'all cups are empty because you are pouring it. You're pouring it in other people's cups that don't even need as much as somebody that you could have just ran across that's in need. Like, I do know, and I am being realistic, that you can't help everybody. But help somebody that you've never helped before. I'm not talking about them family members that's always coming to you and always trying to borrow $5, $10, $50, and $100. I'm not talking about them. Them people right there, you need to teach them how to fish and stop giving them fish. Teach them how to fish so they can go to fish themselves and they can eat forever. You know what I'm saying? Of days and years. But I'm saying, these people out here that we don't know their story. We don't know their mental conditions and things like that. And we shouldn't even care to know, because sometimes when we get in other people's business, we go to judge and they're saying, oh, they want da 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 da, and if they had a da 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 da. Now, you around your family all the time and you know good and well they ain't doing right, and you still help them. But God says that when he was hungry, did you feed him? He was cold, did you clothe him? I don't care if it's not just like that in the Bible. Y'all know what I'm saying. So, like I said, I hope you guys enjoy y'all Christmas and be a blessing. Be a blessing. Like I said, do for your kids, but at the same time, teach your kids how to give too. Kids are amazing. You got some kids, they wouldn't even be all on you like that, trying to be up, down your throat about getting them certain things. If you talk them about giving, they'll give away some of their stuff, or they'll say, well, instead of me getting this for Christmas, I can get this any day. Can you take, the proceeds, a little bit of it, and just be able to do this for that child at school that I go to school with. You know what I'm saying? Because he never have this or he never have that. I'm telling you, it don't take much, and you don't have to have it like that. And you don't have to give everything away, and you don't have to give 24/7. You don't have it 24/7 to give it 24/7. But at least start. Start, y'all. All right, y'all. I do this every time, but I love you guys. Have a wonderful Christmas, and I will talk to y'all later.